So in this video, I have two exciting announcements. Now, first of all, we're going to be trying to grow mushrooms directly from a pint mason jar. So this is basically a variation on bottle culture. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the other big announcement is I'm finally going to be using in my spawn jars the brown rice flour that everyone seems to ask about in request. So I've tried a lot of different things, bird seed, popcorn, just straight millet or amaranth. All have worked out to some degree or another better than the other, but they all have their, bonuses and negatives. But people always ask me about using brown rice flour, and I just haven't gotten around to trying it yet. But with the bottle culture, we're going to need it because we need something that's has a lot of nutrition in it. Because with bottle culture, this grain jar will also become our fruiting container. So basically we're going to prepare these jars like we would any other grain jar for spawn, but then when the time comes, we're going to be taking off the top and letting the mushrooms grow directly from the jars and no fruiting them out to any kind of bulk substrate. Now that probably seems weird and not the typical method, but it is a method that is used in various cultures and subcultures to grow mushrooms. Now, the downside of growing directly from the jar is because of the reduced substrate, you get smaller fleshes and not as many. So it's really kind of like, to be quite honest, more of like a one and done. Now, I've actually done this before in the past, mostly by accident, when I've let grain jars go for far too long. But we're actually going to start the experiment. We're going to give it a try. It's also going to vary through the processes. One, we're not going to spawn this out to a bulk substrate, but we're also going to, when the time comes and it's fully colonized and we're ready to fruit, we're actually going to soak this in water, the actual resulting cake. So let's talk about that in future videos when we get to this point. This video is really about preparing the brown rice flour. Now we're going to do a recipe of, so the best recipe for this is 2 parts coarse vermiculite, or really any vermiculite, but I happen to have coarse in a gigantic bag down there that I often use in my potting mixes. It's going to be 2 parts that, 1 part the brown rice flour, and 1 part water. So we're going to mix that all together. So we're going to start by adding the vermiculite, and then we're going to put in the water, and then we're going to add the rice flour. And typically it's done in that order to make sure that things mix up properly. So we'll get to it. All right, so it worked out that it was for a pint jar. It was 1 cup of vermiculite, half a cup of water, and half a cup of the brown rice flour. Now, I have to say, I tried to mix it up the best I could with, and quite messily, with this butter knife. And I gotta say that this substrate feels very dry to me. Like it's slightly moist, but I'm so used to things being at least a little more wet than this. It's very crumbly. But this is the recipe, and who am I to doubt the wisdom of the stoner community for growing many things, including mushrooms. So I'm going to give it a shot. This probably gets far more moist after you put it into the pressure cooker, probably absorbs some water. So we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm going to put it in the Instapot. I'm going to try it the way I do all my other grain jars, which is 1 hour on high. And of course, my injectable lid. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on the jars. I'm going to get them into the machine, and I'll come back to you when they're all finished. And here we are, the final result. So I got these out of the Instant Pot. I had them in for on high heat for 60 minutes, as I do with all my grain jars, my grain spawn jars. And I inoculated 3 different types, as I mentioned before, the blue, the pink, and the Nokitake. So these are weird. I gotta say, this is not like any other thing. It still seems really dry to me. But after going through the pressure cooker, I will say that it doesn't seem as crumbly, like it's not crumbling apart. It's like a big, I don't know, it looks like it has a consistency of like moist sand, where it's kind of sticking together, but it doesn't look like it's like wet. I don't know what to think of it, honestly. I did double-checked and triple-checked as I was waiting for the Instant Pot to do its thing and sterilize these. And everyone said, I mean, there were a lot of people online who were like, wait, is this too dry? So it's like, I'm not the only one who's shocked. But I gotta say, I think it is moist enough for mycelium to work its way through there and develop and live and love and learn or whatever. But you know, I guess I'm just used to substrate being more damp, and maybe that's not a good thing, because I definitely have learned in my time of doing grain spawn jars that dampness is actually the enemy. Too dry or too damp is the enemy. Like, my slime has trouble growing in really damp conditions, and damp conditions are more likely to breed contaminations like mold. So this may end up being perfect. I've been told many times that brown rice flour is one of the best substrates to use. And again, I'll be using this not only as grain spawn jars, but I will be growing the mushrooms directly out of these pint jars in the bottle technique. So yeah, not much else to say. I will definitely be providing regular updates, possibly weekly, maybe every other week. So be sure to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I would love if you give this video a thumbs up if you like this topic and you want to see more BRF grows, and if you'd like to learn more about the bottle culture technique. So in any case, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support. And yeah, thank you for watching and joining me on this journey. Bye-bye.